Welcome to the Push Wild Black Show. I'm your host Christian, and this is the Bearscast for Week 7. This is going to be a little different because I'm going to try to do this as a short, but not. I'm doing this on my phone, and because I don't feel like doing a full show, because I didn't see this live. I saw it on a replay, so this is more so going to be a rant than anything, because I feel like the Bears should have won this game. I feel like there's some things that keep happening. Mostly, I don't understand why this team does not know how to get in the end zone. Like, it's perplexing to me. It's perplexing to me that there's a bunch of goal line snafus that happen too often when this is supposed to be an offensive guru. When Caleb Williams is everyone says that, hey, we got an offensive guru, we got an offensive mind, and Caleb Williams is Patrick Mahomes, and he's super athletic, which he's Russell Wilson, to be honest. That's what he is. His athleticism is Russell Wilson's, meaning he can peak Russell Wilson, meaning he can run when he has to, but he's running to pass the ball. And his athleticism is not groundbreaking. The Mars is groundbreaking. Michael Vick's is groundbreaking. For his size, Josh Allen's is groundbreaking. Quite honestly, Cam Newton, he's an archetype of Cam Newton. Cam Newton is groundbreaking. Caleb is athletic enough. So when he's athletic enough means he's athletic to get out the way, but he's not like Michael Vick fast. He's not Justin Fields fast. Justin Fields, same deal. Groundbreaking. Justin Fields was doing stuff on his second year with the Bears that he was second all time season wise as far as his second year as a running QB. Justin Fields' accuracy is something else, and his ability to read defenses is something else. His legs, that's groundbreaking stuff. Caleb isn't that. There's nothing groundbreaking about this person. He's good. His arm strength is good. His arm strength is inaccurate as hell, though. And then the one time in the game that he threw a perfect. One of the few times this season, this man threw a perfect deep ball, and DJ Moore caught it in one hand. They still didn't know what to do in the red zone. This happens often this season, and I feel like, as a Bears fan, I feel like I am watching the second coming of Matt Nagy and Mitch Trubisky, where they're gonna win. They're gonna win the playoffs, or they're gonna get in the playoffs, and they're gonna sneak in. And we all know this team is not good. We all know it, but they win. And we all know this team has issues, but they win. Or just like Mitch had glimpses, and I was a believer of Mitch. He was a project, but I was like, okay, there's stuff there. There's some there, and I can see a little Josh Allen in him, and I can see Russell Wilson and Caleb, but there's too many times where it's just come on, man. And there are times where I'm like, okay, the offense is doing something, and then they don't. And the game against there are times this season where the offense does something, and then they don't. And this is one of those times where it's offense, there are glimpses, but they didn't do enough. And I keep seeing the red zone thing happening all the time. You had the Ravens had 3 plays in the first quarter. You dominated the first quarter and only come away with 6 points. That's a problem. And now you're getting in the hard part. And Baltimore is kind of a gimme because Lamar isn't there. And quite honestly, even though Huntley knows the offense better and can run it similarly to what Lamar does, Huntley was a third string quarterback. They got another quarterback. I think Cooper Rush. That's his name. He used to be the backup of Dallas, and then Cooper Rush. He used to be backup of Dallas. Jerry didn't want to pay him. He goes to Baltimore. They specifically brought him in as to be like a stable backup for Lamar. And Huntley, he went back. He's been on the practice squad. They moved him up from the practice squad because Rush couldn't get the job done in the 2 games that he started. So you got a third string QB, and you let the third string QB, who threw less yards than you did, be more accurate and more efficient than your quarterback, and win the game by 14 points. I do not understand this team. This team is frustrating because this should have been a win. Like, they don't, like, that's another thing that was brought up painfully during the broadcast is if this team doesn't take the ball away, the defense isn't good because they don't stop people. They don't really stop people, and you can run on them. And they got ran on for 2 touchdowns. And Derrick Henry passed Walter Payton today. So with 111 touchdowns for a career. So Baltimore should have been a win. I can't say Cincinnati is going to be a win because Joe Flacco is there. And if they care, if they still think that they can sneak into the playoffs, Joe Flacco has weapons and a line apparently now. So you have a pass rush. This is going to be a shootout. So you can't kick field goals because me and my brother were riding around. We were trying to get our phones fixed. And, like, I listened to the game when we were riding around. And he was like, you're not going to be able to beat Baltimore kicking field goals. Not going to be able to beat Cincinnati kicking field goals. Get in the red zone and score touchdowns now. Like, this kicking field goal thing, that ain't going to work. If the Bears got eyes on the playoffs, they got to figure something out because this getting in the red zone and putting up numbers and being efficient for the first 15 plays, but you don't know what to do in the red zone, or you throw the one time Caleb's deep ball is effective and DJ Moore have a perfect connect. You don't know how to get in the end zone? Word? You don't know how to get in the end zone? You don't know how to make it any closer than what it was? Like, to the point that, like, you got no points now? That clock management in that last series was horrible. Come on, man. So, that's it. I got about less than 2 minutes left on this. This is more of a rant. No stats. Caleb threw an interception, almost threw for 300 yards. And DeAndre Swift ran for 45 yards. And Rome received for 114 yards. DeAndre Swift was the only one that had a touchdown. Caleb threw an interception. That's it. That's all we gotta talk about. Anyway, put some Wild Blackout later. This might be the new way of doing this when I don't watch the games live. So, later.